single title ignited the internet. Two names, one unexpected label, and millions of emotions colliding at once. Wang Yibo Xiao Zhan, named the most romantic same-sex pairing by fans. And suddenly, admiration turned into outrage. Was this a celebration of chemistry, or a line that should never have been crossed? It began quietly, almost harmlessly. A fan-driven poll shared across international communities, designed to celebrate on-screen chemistry and emotional connection. No official institution, no media endorsement, just fans, memories, and feelings that never truly faded. Yet when Wang Yibo and Xiao Zhan rose to the top, ranked number 1, everything changed. The wording alone sent shockwaves through fandom spaces worldwide. Not because fans were surprised by the result, but because of what the title seemed to imply. For years, their chemistry has lived in a delicate space. Unspoken, remembered, carefully preserved. A look held a second too long. A pause that felt louder than words. Moments that fans replayed not to prove anything, but to feel something again. This ranking reopened old doors, and not everyone wanted them unlocked. As hashtags exploded, emotions split in opposite directions. Joy clashed with discomfort. Pride collided with concern. And the fandom realized this wasn't just nostalgia anymore. This was about boundaries. Supporters rushed forward, defending the result with trembling honesty. They insisted this wasn't about identity, not about labeling real lives, but about honoring a connection that once felt rare, gentle, and profoundly human. To them, romance wasn't defined by reality. It was defined by resonance, by how millions of viewers felt seen, comforted, and understood through two people sharing a screen. But for others, the pain cut deeper. They saw the title as a step too far, a transformation of admiration into assumption, of art into ownership. Older fans, especially, began to speak up. Their voices were calm, but heavy with experience. They reminded everyone that chemistry can be real, without being romantic in real life. That memories can be treasured, without demanding continuation. And slowly, a different conversation emerged. Not about Wang Yibo and Xiao Zhan themselves, but about how fandom love evolves, and sometimes loses its way. As the argument raged on, something unexpected happened. The past refused to stay silent. Old clips resurfaced, not aggressively, not sensationally, but almost tenderly. Moments once buried under newer headlines floated back into view. A shared glance during an interview. A quiet smile caught off camera. A pause that lingered just long enough to feel intentional. Fans didn't just watch them, they remembered them. But this time, the tone was different. Less urgency, less insistence, more understanding. Years have passed, so have expectations. Many fans admitted something they rarely said out loud. That what made those moments unforgettable was never the promise of continuation. It was the emotional honesty of the moment itself. Wang Yibo and Xiao Zhan never explained those memories. They never clarified, corrected, or framed them. And in that silence, fans once found hope. Now they find meaning. The clips became less like evidence and more like souvenirs, fragile reminders of a chapter that once existed and deserved to be respected as it was. This wasn't a revival. It was a reckoning with nostalgia. The anger that followed wasn't fueled by rejection. It was fueled by protection. A growing number of fans began drawing a line, not between fandoms, but between admiration and entitlement. They spoke of limits, of empathy, of the difference between celebrating chemistry and rewriting someone's life. This debate revealed something profound. Fandoms were changing. Once driven by passion alone, they were now shaped by reflection. Fans questioned their own roles, not just as supporters, but as storytellers. In the digital era, narratives don't belong to media alone. They are built collectively, shared, amplified, sometimes distorted. Wang Yibo and Xiao Zhan stood at the center of this storm. Without saying a word, two individuals whose shared past became a public mirror for how fandom love matures or fractures. Many realized that letting go does not erase meaning. It preserves it. That respecting distance does not diminish impact. It dignifies it. And perhaps that was the quiet lesson hidden beneath the noise. In the end, this story was never about a title, or a ranking, or even romance. It was about memory, and what people choose to do with it. Some fans saw validation. Others saw a warning sign. But both reactions came from the same place. An emotional bond that never fully disappeared. Wang Yibo and Xiao Zhan may no longer share the same stage, but they share something rarer. A legacy shaped by authenticity, timing, and perception. Their chemistry did not demand explanation, because it was felt, not declared. And perhaps the healthiest outcome is not agreement, but acceptance. Accepting that some stories are powerful, precisely because they end. That some connections are meant to be remembered, not continued. In a world obsessed with labels and conclusions, this moment invites something gentler, to honor what once moved us, without forcing it to move again. Because sometimes the deepest romance exists not in reality, but in shared emotion, and that quietly is more than enough.